This portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Police have wasted no time in charging those three men in connection with that major drug bust in Andros 2 days ago.
As Vern Carey reports, one of the defendants pleaded guilty to 4 charges in connection with that incident and has already started serving his prison term.
45-year-old Pedro Brown, 42-year-old Raymond Bain, and 34-year-old Jacob Curtis were arraigned before Magistrate Samuel McKinney on 5 drug-related charges Friday in connection with that Andros drug bust on Wednesday. In court, police prosecutor Ursula Dossett indicated that police intercepted the trio in a 30-foot vessel on open waters off Caggle Creek and Fresh Creek during the early morning hours on April 2nd. After searching the vessel, they discovered 853 pounds of marijuana in croaker sacks with a wholesale value of $853,000. The prosecutor indicated that the vessel's captain allegedly rammed the police vessel during that incident, causing $17,000 worth of damage. In court, Bain and Curtis pleaded not guilty to all charges. However, Pedro Brown pleaded guilty to all except the causing damage charge. In his plea in mitigation, Brown's attorney asked the court to give him the mandatory minimum of 4 years in prison due to his guilty plea and the fact that Brown showed remorse. The magistrate sentenced Brown to 4 years in prison each on the 4 drug charges. However, Brown will serve all of them at the same time. Brown's trial on the damage charge will take place in June. Meantime, the magistrate fined Jacob Curtis $100 or 14 days in prison for not showing up at court for another drug case he has pending. He and Bain were remanded to prison. Now, the prosecution still intends to prove its case against Bain and Curtis, and they will go to trial on June of this year. Vern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Quinton Dean made his first appearance in the magistrate's court today, accused of killing Jermaine Black in Yellow Elder Gardens last Saturday. Black, a former prison officer, was fatally stabbed at Graham Street, Yellow Elder on April 29th. In court, Dean was formally arraigned before Magistrate Sabu Swain. He was not required to enter a plea, and a voluntary bill of indictment is expected to be filed. He's due back in court on Monday.
Police are still on the hunt for a man they want to question in connection with an early morning house break-in in eastern New Providence this morning. Police say thanks to the heroic act of a neighbor, they are now questioning one of the suspects. In this report, LaDon Davis gives us an update on police investigations and what you should do to secure your home.
When police arrived at the scene of the house break-in on Golf Course Boulevard of Charles Sanders Highway early Friday morning, they met a female occupant of the home with an apparent stab wound to the head. Police Press Liaison Officer Superintendent Stephen Dean told ZNS News that the quick action of a good neighbor saved the woman's life.
We received information that 2 suspects broke into the home on Golf Course Boulevard, and as a result, a nearby neighbor was alerted. And the neighbor sprang into action and with a licensed shotgun. After hearing screams coming from the house, the neighbor shot one of the suspects who were fleeing out of the rear door of the home. The other suspect was able to escape. As a result, the police was able to capture this particular suspect.
Superintendent Dean is assuring residents that police are beefing up patrols in the area to pursue prolific housebreakers.
Assure residents, particularly who are home in the daytime, that our patrols will be increased. Our patrols are in the areas, so police will do everything to capture these suspects. And we will say to these persons who continue to break into people's homes that the police will not end, they will not stop. We know some of these housebreakers, some of them are prolific housebreakers in and out of the system. We'll continue to pursue them, we'll continue to arrest them and put them in front of the court.
Now, Superintendent Dean also offered these safety tips homeowners should strongly consider to protect the perimeters of their property.
An alarm system. Make sure that your home look as if someone is home, whether it's in the day or whether it's in the night. Have the drapes open, so to speak. Cut the bushes away from the home, that if someone is passing, they can have a clear view of your home in case something is going on. Do not put the regular expensive things out into the garbage to attract persons to come to believe that you have valuables, and make sure that you secure your home.
Meanwhile, police confirm that the female victim is listed in stable condition in hospital. LaDon Davis, ZNS Network News.
A mother is seeking answers tonight after her son, who attends a junior high school here in the capital, was hospitalized after being brutally attacked by a group of students from a nearby senior school.
The mother claims the attack is a part of an ongoing war between the two groups of students, and she's calling on authorities to intervene. We get the story tonight from Fern Carey.
The concerned mother, who chose to remain anonymous due to concerns for herself and her son, recalled the tragic incident, which reportedly unfolded Thursday afternoon. She says a 15-year-old son is now fighting for his life in the intensive care unit after being severely injured in what she described as an ongoing war between C.C. Sweeting Senior High School and the younger T.A. Thompson High School students. She alleged that C.C. Sweeting students attacked the younger students after school, making it dangerous for them to walk home. She alleges that a similar situation unfolded Thursday afternoon as a 15-year-old son was walking home from school, noting that as he passed this area, a group of senior students were waiting, and when he got near, one of them reportedly picked up a rock and attacked him, seriously injuring him. The mother described the injuries her son sustained during that incident.
Nose broke and fractured in the face.
How do you feel about this whole situation?
I feel hurt, that I sent my child to school in one piece and he can't reach home in the same piece I sent him home with. The policewoman showed me when she showed me the rock, she showed me the baseball bat, the stick, the knife, everything in I guess that's the senior master hand, Mr. McKinney. She showed me everything that is in his hand that they hide in that circle. When they come in the morning, they hide their weapons to go back for it after school to deal with these little children when they come from school.
Now we spoke to Director of Education Lionel Sands, who confirmed that the incident did take place Thursday afternoon, resulting in the teen being injured. Sands also acknowledged that there is a challenge in the afternoon with the two groups of students. However, he noted that the feud is not school against school, but between students who live in the same community, and it may be gang-related. As a result, Sands confirmed education officials engaged the help of the police, noting that T.A. Thompson will now close 15 minutes before C.C. Sweeting Senior High School in order to give the younger students time to leave the area. He also revealed that school administrators are usually at the gate when children are leaving, but will now go beyond that area by McDonald's to make sure that children move quickly as they can out of the area. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
The name Darryl Miller has become synonymous with lively commentary and provocative discussions. And beginning on Monday, the king of talk show radio will debut his popular show, Darryl Miller Live, on ZNS Radio. Miller says he's excited about being back at ZNS, as it is the only national broadcast station in the country with a reach second to none. And with a much larger platform of listeners, Miller is promising a revolutionized approach to driving the national discussion.
I think media's role is to lead in the development of the country. We have not been doing that. We have been empty vessels for complainers like Bannister and Pauper and Critical Thinker. We're going to cut them off. We're going to take the high road. We're going to have the Prime Minister speak to us. Why hasn't he been on a talk show thus far? Why hasn't Papa Ingram been on a talk show thus far? We're going to get them on, and we're going to find out what they have to say about our national development.
Mr. Miller is promising a big party for listeners, talking with the newsmakers and the familiar faces of entertainment. He also addressed being unceremoniously cut off as he attempted to say his goodbyes on Guardian Radio.
What we really had intended to say was that our vacation had not yet finished and that we were going to return to the shores of Morgan's Bluff, where we could pick up conch off the beach. But they, as you said, unceremoniously cut the show 10 minutes before the end, much to the chagrin of our many, many listeners across New Providence and those who listen online. For myself, I take a positive approach to those things because no weapons formed shall prosper. And so we will now attract an even greater audience than we had anticipated when we make the transition on Monday.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.